Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, and today we're going to talk about footwork on the reformer and some other variations of footwork you can do on your reformer. Thank you so much for being here. By the way, I really truly love bringing these tutorials to you, so thank you for subscribing to this channel and for checking this out and also asking us questions in the comments below. It really does inspire more tutorials for you. This tutorial is going along with our reformer deck. Have you seen our reformer deck? It was inspired because you all loved our mat deck so much. It's a flashcard deck so much that we've created this reformer deck. And so if you are here because you scanned that QR code to get you here, thank you for using it. I'm so grateful to you. If you didn't know we have a reformer deck, now you know. So get yours. It's a really fun way to take your Pilates with you anywhere. All right, so footwork on the reformer, it is technically the first 4 movements you're going to do on your reformer. It has so much information packed into it, and I think we tend to either overthink our footwork or underthink it all the way. So first of all, in footwork, try not to nitpick yourself, okay? Use it as a time to practice being observant in your own body. So let's talk about that. You're going to do this on 3 to 4 springs. Generally, a variation would be 1 spring. That is tricky for people with back issues. So if you've got back stuff, load it up, but not too much, right, that you could be pushing from your back. So I'm going to do mine on 3 springs. When I lie down for my footwork, I place the balls of my feet on the foot bar and I take a moment to see what's touching the reformer right now and what's not. If I was really cold, as far as like my movement practice goes for the day, I actually usually tend to be a little bit more arched away from the carriage. I happen to be really warmed up right now. I just filmed an OPC workout, so I actually am feeling a lot of length in this position, but I still like to double check. And then that's it. I just notice, because if you start to like try to push things around and like pull your low ribs, then you start to grip and get tense. I don't want you to be tense. I want your body to teach itself. So you do 5 to 10 on the balls of your feet. The heels have to stay exactly in the same spot. If they drop down when you go out and then lift up when you come in, that's actually cheating yourself. So it's also just information for you. It just tells you that you're letting the springs close you. So again, I don't want you to like get nitpicky. If you're a teacher watching this is also not a time to get nitpicky on a client. You're just letting their body show you. You're just letting your body show you what is connecting and what's disconnecting. If the feet are moving around on the reformer, that means we're not moving from our thas, right? So you want to use it against information. If you notice when I'm switching from toes to arches to heels, I'm lifting both feet up and then landing, as opposed to one foot, then the other foot, and then one foot, the other foot, because you'll always do the same foot first. Also, you said all those reps to get connected to your center, and then you just like left your center. So you go from toes, lift both legs up, arches, that's stomach, heels, okay? It also makes it go in a flow, because flow means to move, right? And stay connected. So after you 10 of each, you pick up both feet again, you land onto the balls of your feet, you press out, then you do the tendon stretch. This is not a calf stretch. Much to the dismay of people, you're seeing how low you can reach your heels and hug them together and then lift them back up. So it's a lot of inner thigh. It's a lot of outer hip. It's, it's preparing you. If you've noticed in Pilates, a lot of flex and pointing, this is a great time to practice. Are you connecting to your center when you flex and point, or are you just gripping in the ankles and holding a lot of energy in there? And then after 5 to 10 of those, you come all the way in. You would do a fancy transition to the 100. So I put one foot under the foot bar, my other foot grabs the bottom bar, and you lower it all the way down. You can go right into your 100. But let's just talk about this really quick. So if you do this on 1 spring, again, a great variation to help you connect to your center, especially if you feel like you're pushing from your knees. Some signs you might be pushing from your knees: it feels really uncomfortable in your shoulders, okay? You also might notice that the whole reformer might be moving on your carpet or your floor. That's a sign that you're just shoving from your knees. If you are crashing, I do want you to close. There'll be a clink, but not a bang, okay? There's a big difference. If you're not closing your springs all the way, that's a problem. So you may want to gear out if you're super, super tall. If you're not, and it's just that you are not closing your springs, like for me, my carriage, you see how like my springs when they're closed is here, and my center has to pull it the rest of the way. okay? It's like 1 inch. They're long neck springs. If you don't have long neck springs, then you have no excuse to not close your springs all the way, okay? I do love the fancy transition with the foot bar. Some reformers don't allow that fancy transition to happen, but if yours can, please do so, because it does allow you to go right into the 100 from having done all that work. And typically people struggle with reaching the legs away from their center in their 100, but if you just did the footwork, you know how to reach your legs away. So just a big key for me. If you are really wanting to get more reminders from me, more Pilates in your body with me, I would love for you to check out onlinepilatesclasses.com. We have weekly reformer classes that are only 30 minutes. So I don't care how busy you are. These are for you. We have an epic community that helps you do life better.